This guy is going viral because he made a KSI tattoo on his forehead and 200 tattoos of KSI's name on his body. A lot of pages with millions of followers posted about him. Even Deserto and Complex made an article about him. That's me, motherfuckers.
Okay, what in the fuck? What is up, my fellas? So today we are revisiting the special, and I mean special case of a man who goes by the name of Sopa's Tattoo Artist. Now, if you guys aren't really familiar with who he is or haven't seen my last video on him, go watch it please so I can feed the starving Cambodian family in my basement. But basically, this guy is the prime example of why you need to use condoms. His whole channel is just him tattooing himself in the hopes and prayers of getting a phone call with KSI. And in the process, he's made some really notable works of art on his body. A lot of people, including myself, have just one big question for him. And that's why the hell he's doing all of this. Let's just hear what he has to say.
I just want to explain myself. Honestly, I don't have much to say that what is in the articles, which is like, I'm doing this because I have a special reason, a very serious reason, by the way, and I don't really want to share it online with the internet, you know. But if I was to, KSI would call me immediately, I think. And yeah, that's it.
See, this is actually peak cinema right here. He's keeping us guessing what this is all about, so in the end, he can reveal the secret plot twist that he's actually a two-headed 7-foot black man. As of making this video, Sopas is on his big 200th day of his fun challenge. And 200 days with little clout of doing this kind of bullshit would drive anyone insane. So he started getting a little bit more desperate recently. He's been starting to get bigger tats like this one.
Today is day 200 of trying to make a phone call with KSI, and today I'm gonna do a lunchly tattoo. In this series, I'm posting a video every day doing a KSI tattoo until he calls me. Oh, no, on the 200th day, I decided to do a Lunchly tattoo on my belly. I don't know if you can see, but Lunchly approved. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done?
Yeah. Just I need to clean.
Oh, this one was painful, man. Oh.
Think about it. How does this dude do everyday things without getting stared at? Shit like swimming, eating at a restaurant, jerking off in public, just like regular things. I mean, that's just gonna mess up your confidence. At this point, Sopa's getting pretty desperate, and he's even throwing out yapping masterclasses like this video.
I'm gonna explain why I'm doing the KSI tattoos. I was not going to because I legally couldn't, but now I can, and I'm gonna tell you. Basically, KSI paid me $200,000 to be a human advertising, and yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing tattoos, not because I need a phone call, but because I'm being paid, basically. So yeah, that's the reason. I needed money, not only for me, but for my family. So I got this offer. Don't ask me how I got it, but I got it, and yeah, that's basically it. Obviously, that's not true.
Like, words are being said out of his mouth, but they have the significance of an epileptic orangutan. I guess one positive thing we can take away from this whole situation is that Sopa still isn't popular. He only has around like 4K followers on Instagram, and I don't think any of his videos have gotten over 500K views. It'd be funny if one of my videos was the one to blow him up and get him that phone call. Sopas, you better pay me if that happens. But in all seriousness, I know that I'm probably not the best person to be saying this, but Sopas is a horrendous influence to a youth. Hella people be on TikTok and Instagram these days, and if they're just scrolling and they come across this kind of bullshit, and even worse, if Sopas actually gets the call, they might be influenced into thinking that doing this kind of stupid shit and posting it on the internet is just a way to success. I mean, look how these two turned out. Now, something I haven't really touched on this topic is Sopa's mental state. I know it sounds cheesy, like, oh, my mental health, oh. But in all honesty, I feel like everything has to be done in moderation, even bullying. Now, there's a point where everyone has to get bullied just a little bit, but because Sopas has done what he has, there's a little bit of an excess in terms of cyberbullying targeted towards him. Not even just the bullying, but to even take into consideration the fact that Sopas has been willingly doing this to himself makes me question his mental state. If I went up onto the streets and asked some random dude if you get 200 plus tattoos all over his body of another man's name for no reason except to get maybe a phone call, he'd probably think I was special. And he's not wrong. But the point I'm making is that Sopas is either a really, really interesting individual or he has a mental illness. Or both, I guess. To be fair, for the most part, Sopas looks and talks as a sane person would, minus all the tattoos. But going back to the whole mental health thing, he actually made a video talking about this subject. Here it is.
Hey guys, this is a serious video. I've been seeing a lot of comments saying I'm not mentally there, and other comments saying I'm gonna kill myself and things like that. I just want to say that that's not true. Nothing of that is true. And to prove you guys that I'm mentally there and that I'm okay, I will tomorrow go to a psychologist. I made an appointment and I'm gonna talk to a psychologist to see what he has to say. I can bet that he's not gonna say he's gonna be like, yeah, you're okay, just go home.
Obviously, it's good to hear him say it out loud and proud in a video, but I'm still pretty concerned. Sopa seems really determined about getting this phone call still, despite being over 200 days into his quote-unquote challenge. And the chances are that KSI isn't gonna respond, because think about what this would do for his whole brand. Like, there's no win for KSI if he does this. All the little Jimmies who watch knowledge, strength, and integrity would be astonished by Sopas, and might be even influenced to do all this equally stupid shit like I talked about earlier. Not even to mention the hit that this would take on his businesses. So I think the chances of KSI responding are slimmer than Jack's fit. Honestly, I wonder how many days Sopas would continue to do this challenge for before giving up. We should put a bet on that shit. Also, usually when people want something really badly, they try to get more attention by doing something even more stupid. But how would Sopas even up himself? Jid already got a big ass tattoo on his forehead. What's next, man? How do you up this? Oh, I know. A cock tat. Once again, Sopas, if you're watching this, please stop. It probably feels like a sunk cost fallacy at this point, but there's still a way to dig out of the hole you've made for yourself. I know you always talk about there being other motives for a phone call with KSI, but what the hell could they be to justify what you've done so far? Anyways, stay safe, kids. Don't tattoo yourself for clout. And remember, a toxic like video a day keeps all the bitches away. Peace!